10 ways you can get banned from Clash of Clans, including 2 you probably didn't know existed. What's going on, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? It is your host, Galadon, and today, yes, we are taking a look at 10 ways you can get banned from playing the game Clash of Clans, anywhere from just a day to permanently, and really take this as a warning, as a way to avoid these things. It's been a sensitive subject recently, and I thought that we would discuss it a little bit and just make sure that we're all clear. And maybe you could see there's a couple here that people might not even know exist. Now, before we move on, make sure that you subscribe. I am not only going to provide you with important account information like that, but also updates, sneak peek information. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and we've got a few days left to enter the Baby Dragon plush drawing. The link down in the description. Make sure you check that out, and maybe you will be the winner of that Baby Dragon. All right, let's get on to the list. These are things to absolutely avoid, you guys, and we'll start out with some of the more obvious ones. So first things first, an offensive player name. We've probably all seen them, whether through bad decision making at the beginning of the game or through the name change. But remember, you can only change your name one time. So now might be a good time, if you think you've got a controversial name that could get you banned, to get in there and change it to something a little bit less offensive. All right, the number 2 on the list is going to be offensive base design. This one we've seen forever and ever, and yes, a lot of players have put up some strange stuff. It could be, anyway, you just use your imagination with this one. There's no need to go into the base designs of this, all right? That's number 2. Okay, number 3, the offensive clan description. Now, this one right here is a little bit ambiguous because let me tell you guys, it's not just putting in hate speech or bad words into your clan description. There have been clans and players that have been banned in the past that I know of personally for accusing other clans of cheating in their clan description. So that's something you want to be careful about. Don't call out other clans, other players. Naming and shaming is something that Supercell really frowns upon. So definitely add that to the list of things to avoid. Now, this next reason could encompass several different things, and we're just going to all boil it down to one thing, and that is a phrase that Supercell also uses, and that's toxic behavior. All right, so toxic behavior, it could be in your clan chat, or it could be in global, or just think of it as this all-encompassing, vague, ambiguous term that they could use. If you're being a bad person, you could get your account banned. Usually it starts out with a shorter ban, but again, it depends upon how severe the offense is. And getting on to this next one, talking about severe offenses using external software, that is cheating. That is the one, that is the big bad one that we've heard a lot of news about on the Clash of Clans forums recently. Players losing these accounts that maybe they've worked months or years on, maybe even spent a bunch of money on, and they're getting banned forever. Don't do it, don't consider it, don't try it, don't even think about it. That will get you banned for life. All right, next up on the list, we're not down to the ones that you have never heard of yet. Don't worry, we'll get there. Account sharing. Yes, this is something that has been, I don't know, quote unquote, in the news lately. Lots of players talking about this. It is against the terms of service. It can get you banned. And it just seems like a really, really bad idea to give somebody else your account information, let them log into your account. I mean, if you hand them your phone or your device, that's different. I mean, that's in person, but all right. Moving on. Here's another big bad one, buying discount gems. You've seen these players that end up with negative gems, end up with bans. That could be through trying to buy discount gems. The only place that you can technically legally buy gems without having to worry about maybe losing your account is in the shop in the game. This is not an ad. I'm not encouraging you to gem by any means. I'm just saying, if you're going to get the gems, don't do it anywhere else. All right, slightly more obscure, but not in the final 2 yet, is that account that's been inactive for 6 months. It's in the terms of service, and this one really has to do with the size of the servers at Supercell, or that Supercell uses, and the idea that there are probably millions and millions of inactive accounts, And if they let them continue to sit, then it's going to be a problem for storage. So they added that into the terms of service. They can remove your account if you've been inactive for more than 6 months. So if you want to make sure, now I haven't heard of this happening yet to anybody, but if you want to make sure, and well, wait a minute. If you haven't played in 6 months, you're probably not watching this video. So, hey, moot point. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the final two. These are 2 reasons that you may never have heard of. And the first one is using an exploit. And what I mean by that is, let's just say that you figured out a way that you could attack with 160 barbarians in the builder hall, or say 300 healers in the home village every single time. There was a certain thing that you could do to your iPad, to your phone, that allowed you to do this. It was a set of keystrokes. It was clicking on a building or a troop or something like that in a certain order. If you figured out a way to exploit a bug in the game and use it to your advantage, you can be banned. A lot of players don't know that. So yes, it might be cool if you figure out a neat trick, but if the neat trick is giving you an unfair advantage, then technically you're cheating. You're exploiting the game, and the good person thing to do is to tell somebody to send it off to customer support. The bad person thing to do is to use it to your advantage and risk losing your account. And then, last but not least, the very last way that you can get banned: winning the game. It's true. Now, I've only heard of one player that this has ever happened to, but there he is right there. Yes, Peter $17 banned from Clash of Clans, temporarily, mind you, for winning the game. All right, you guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Enter the drawing for the plush baby dragon. Most of all, have a fantastic rest of your day. Go out of your way to be kind to one another. We need more kindness in this world. And I hope to see you all back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, can I borrow your iPad?